All right, we're
I got
live.
you. What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. WNBA Talk with Jay, Skee Profit, Ronald Cabang here, our guy, UCapper Sports, man. Y'all know how we do it. We're going to be breaking down the WNBA slates for you guys, man, every Tuesday and Thursday. Obviously, if you want the plays every single day, my guy, Skee and Ronald, you can go check them over there at Wager Talk. We're trying to get some cash every single day, man. What's up with you, Skee? Everything cool with you?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I wasn't feeling too good lately, but I'm starting to feel better, so I'm happy about that. Had a few back-to-back winners in the WNBA, so let's see if we can keep that going here with y'all today.
Let's do it. I'm sure trying to. What's up with you, Ronald? Everything cool with you?
Everything's good, man. 12 and 3 run in the WNBA. Number one over at Wager Talk right now. So hopefully we just keep cashing over there.
No, that's a fact there, man. Let's keep it going in this one, man. We had the wings. Well, I had the wings the other day, man. So I might have to go get some hot wings today. They cashed real nice for us, man. But I don't give a damn about what happened the other day. It's Thursday, June 22nd, man. We're trying to get some cash today. Dig what I'm saying? We got 3 WNBA games. We finna break these motherfuckers down. Let's go over here to the streets of Minnesota, my guys. We got the Minnesota Lynx getting 4.5 points at the house versus the Connecticut Sun in this game, guys. Laying 4.5 points. We know there's not going to be any Brianna Jones for the Sun in this one. The only thing I didn't like about the Lynx here, my guys, the fact that they hadn't had more than one day off. They're coming off a 3 game road trip, right? And even one day coming from LA as well. So not the best of spots for the Lynx here, in my opinion. This could possibly be a spot where they run out of gas. I'm not sure what to do with this game, my guys. Skee, I think you like something in this one, my brother. How you looking at this game?
Um, with Connecticut with Brianna Jones going down, I just gotta say, first of all, this team has such bad luck. Every single year, somebody going down for
Hmm.
them. I feel like a couple years ago, it might have been even John Quill. I know Jasmine Thomas went down with the Keeleys. Now Brianna Jones is down, so just really bad luck for that Connecticut team. And
Skee, is it a long-term injury?
yeah,
For real? Oh shit, I didn't know that. I just thought she was. I didn't even. I got to go back and watch the game. So she's out for a little while.
yeah.
Damn,
So
that's
yeah,
tough.
that's gonna be tough for Connecticut, and without having, well, they still got a backup center, or another center, but I just feel like this Connecticut team. I mean, already with Alyssa Thomas running the show, they play fast. She grabs the board, she's getting out, and I just don't see a whole lot of rim protection anymore for Connecticut.
Hmm.
Then you look on the other side, Minnesota don't have any rim protection either. Shepard is still out. Chan was out. They don't even have a starting center. I don't know. I forgot how like Carleton, I don't think she's that tall. So I just don't see a lot of rim protection on either side. I know Connecticut will push the pace and Minnesota will probably be okay with that. So I'm looking at the over. I know it went down a half a point or so, but I disagree. I think this one gets in the 160s.
I would agree with that. What you think, Ronald? You think these two teams missing their centers could open up for some more easy baskets at the rim, okay?
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. The only thing with me is without Brianna Jones, their offense has to shift a little bit, right? We're going to see a lot more 3 pointers from Bonner and probably Heidemann, or on the opposite side, obviously they're missing Ariel Powers and Jessica Shepard, but it's been a few games already, so they've kind of had an adjustment period. I think one thing that you mentioned, Jay, is the travel spot, right? Because I think the first game home off a 3 game road trip. The other thing to mention though, they don't play for another 4 games. They don't play until next Tuesday, so they
Hmm.
could go. I mean, me and Ski, we talk about this a lot. When they have a lot of rest coming after the game, they could put like all out effort in this spot here too. But on the opposite side too, the Sun, they've been in a travel situation, right? Third last of a 3 game road trip, so they've been in a travel spot as well. So I think it makes sense to take over because a lot of the times when they got tired legs, their defense tend to struggle, right? They're going to be lax more so on the defensive side of the ball.
Hmm.
But for me, I think the Lynx is a spot here. I like their offense a little bit more so than the Sun, especially with Brianna Jones out. I think they're not going to have as much space to shoot the 3 pointers, so they're going to shoot a lot of contested threes, and that's going to lead to a lot more fast breaks. I mean, I know the Lynx have slowed down a lot as far as pace goes, but I think they're going to play a little bit faster. I lean towards the over. I lean towards the Lynx as well.
Yeah, no, that's a good point there. And we know that the Sun kind of played down to their competition as well. When they playing a good team, they come to ball out. When they playing a little, you know what I'm saying, a team that's not so good, they kind of just let their foot off the gas. We just saw that in the last game as well versus the Storm in that one, man. So Sun started out real nice. I mean, hell, they got the second best record in the league right now, 10-3. They've been balling, but obviously it's gonna be a little bit of change without them having Brianna Jones. She's good for them defensively, offensively, all that good stuff. So definitely would only be looking towards the Lynx and the over in this one with our guy Skee, man. That's what I'm leaning towards. I didn't bet the game though, but I would agree that I kind of feel like this total is somewhat going the wrong way in that one, guys. But let's get to the next game in this one, man. Let's go over here. Where are we going? To the
Oh,
streets
my bad.
of no, you good. Let's go over here to the streets of Chi-Town, baby. We're going to the sky. We're going to the streets of, what do you say? I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. We got the sky here in the revenge spot here, man. Got the Mystics, man, right? So Natasha Cloud, she was kind of questionable, say that she's going to play. The line didn't move that much. I can't say the Mystics been playing a lot better. I'm not a real fan of their coach over there, but it hadn't mattered. They're starting to push the pace now, starting to get the offense going. Brittany Sykes, every time she get the ball, she pushing that motherfucker as much as she can, man. So they've won 6 out of their last 8 games, only covered 3 out of the last 8 games, but they are 3-1 ATS last 4. They just beat the Sky. Now the Sky had a ton of turnovers in that game. I believe they had 21 turnovers and the Mystics only had 5. So I feel like if you control the ball, don't turn the ball over, then that's your pathway to win this game. They also had a ton more free throws as well. The Mystics shot a ton more free throws. So I'll tell you, I did take the Sky plus the 4. It's down to 3. I agree with that move, but I feel like they should probably come out here early with some as well. If they don't come out early, like you don't want to let the Mystics. First off, the Sky came out with, they didn't have a lot of energy in that last game, so I feel like we see a polar opposite in this one. Sky at the house losing 4 straight. You got to come out with some in this one, man. I think the Sky could actually come out here and catch a trifecta spot, Skee. I think the first half would be like more important for them to come out with some early and then build on that, not be trying to come back from behind in this one because the misses might blow your ass out again. Skee, how you looking at this game?
I won't talk anybody off of the side if you like the Sky, but what I will say, I disagree with Chicago early, just because if the Mystics do come to play, I mean, that's where they come to play every single game. It's the second half where they start to trick it off and they aren't really able to finish and close out those games. So I think Chicago over the course of the whole game is probably a good bet there. I did see Natasha Cloud coming back. Maybe she'll be a little bit rusty coming back into the lineup for the Mystics. I like this game. I agree with the total on this one. It's going down from 155.5 to 154.5. We just saw them play a game, 4 days ago, I think in the 140s. And you look at the Mystics all season, I don't have the numbers in front of me for this year. I know last year they were the number 1 defensive rated team, and they're still a really good defense this year. On the road, every single game has gone under 5-0, and those games are only averaging 144 points per game. So at the 154.5, I still think there's some wiggle room. I think they bring the defense, and we see another under between these two.
I can see that. Ronald, what you think about this game? I've been watching some practices for the Sky. They might try to push the pace on this game. I'm not saying it'll go over, but I know Courtney Williams, when she getting the ball, she see how the Mystics are playing. It's like, all right, we got to match this shit. And if they're not turning the ball over as much, it won't be nowhere near as many transition opportunities for the Mystics here. I still think this is a Sky game. I think they got to come. Everything they talk about with them coming out flat in the last game, they've had a couple of days of really good practice. I think they're trying to right the ship. And at the house, 4-game losing streak, you got to come out with something here early, in my opinion, Ronald. How you looking at this game versus?
Yeah, I'm with you on the Sky here. I mean, also the Mystics team total under. If you look at what Skee said about the road unders, 5-0 to the under on the season, they're 9-2 to the under. So it's not like it's just a road thing. And they're 10-1 to their team total under. They've only gone over their team total just one time all season long, and their offense is just struggling, but their defense is number 1 in defensive rated team in the league again so far this season. And one thing to mention with the Sky, they started off the season really strong. I think their ATS record was 6-1 to start off the season, first 7 games. Since then, 0-3-2, but it really has to do with their travel situation and also rest. They haven't gotten a lot of rest. One thing that happened in the last few days is that they got 3 days of rest, 2 or 3 days of rest. So this period of rest has helped. And you mentioned some of their practices that they put together, but a few games ago, they did have 3 days of rest between road games, I think road to home game, and they went over their team total by 10 points in that following game. So I think their offense shows up here, do enough to get to stay close and possibly even win the game here. Mystics, I can't trust the Mystics because their offense has just been terrible all season long. Until they can put 2 games together, 2 straight offensive games together, I don't think I could back them at this point, at least from the spread standpoint. From a long-term perspective, long-term trend perspective, dogs who haven't covered in their last 5 games versus teams who have gone under and for the last 5. 16-4-1 against the spread. That backs the Sky here in this spot. This goes back to like 2014, I think it was. And then also the Natasha Cloud piece as well. She's like their most well-rounded player, and then if she's playing sick, and that's going to be a big downside to the Mystics there.
Man, I sure wish she missed this game. I don't give a damn if she's sick or not. I want her little manly ass to sit on the bench over there, man. Regards to that, man, like I say, and I was watching this game last night, man. Khalil Copper had a horrible game, man. She only had 8 points, 0 for 3 from 3 points. She had some dumbass turnovers. I was like, what the hell is she doing, man? But I'm like I said, I'm watching the game. I know they got down double digits, but I feel like the Sky still played an overall good game, in my opinion. Mystics, obviously, they've been balling lately. They're still not the same team on the road. Quick revenge spot. It's just a spot where I have to take the Sky. So even though I did take them +4 last night, I will go with the +3 for the show. And I'm probably going to add first half as well, guys, to be perfectly honest. First half on the money line. If the Sky don't come out in the first half and have the lead, I won't feel good on them coming back. I know that the Mystics are a good first half team, but not necessarily in this situation where I still feel like the Sky can bang with them. Are they the better team? No, but they are the more desperate team right here. Like I say, if they don't turn the ball over, they have a really good chance at winning this game, in my opinion. They had 20 turnovers in the last game compared to 5 for Washington. That cannot happen, especially the way that they're running off the turnovers. And like I say, they also had 12 less free throws than the Mystics did as well. So maybe they get a little home whistle there. Maybe that's some of Wade. I know he's not a likable guy. He's kind of an asshole, but I think this is somewhat of a must-win spot for the Sky. So I will take them with the points. I believe it opened up at 5. I agree with the line move coming down. This could be a trifecta spot for the Chicago Sky in this one, my guys. Give me Sky in the full game +3. I'll go with my gut in this one, guys. Last game up. Let's head over here to where my guy Ronald is. We're going to the streets of Seattle Storm in this one, guys. We got the Storm getting 2 points at the house versus the Indiana Fever. Fever laying points on the road. I'll be honest, I'm never really looking towards the Fever as a favorite in this one, my guys. They have lost 7 straight games to the Storm, guys. They have not beaten the Storm in over 3 years. They hadn't beaten them in Seattle in over 4 years. Skee, how you looking at this game, my guy? Do you think the Storm are finally looking up and they can get the win here at the house?
Man, this is one of them games where I really want no part of this, bro. What you said about the Fever, I really don't want to lay with them, especially on the road. Aaliyah Boston game time decision. Don't like seeing that. If you liking the Fever, Vivian's, I wouldn't like seeing her on the injury report either. So you look on the other side, Seattle's pretty healthy. They're at home. They got the best player, on the court, and the Gold Mamba. I could only look towards Seattle catching points. They've been playing really good basketball lately, and I want to say they've just gotten a little bit better on the defensive end. So I don't have it in my pocket, but if I was playing, I would be trusting Seattle plus.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about this game, Ron? Are you taking your hometown team, my guy?
Yeah, I can only look towards Seattle here. The other thing to mention too is that travel spot for the Fever. They got to go all the way to Seattle, and then they got 2 games against Las Vegas up next against the Aces. So, I think the travel situation. I think this is first of a 4-game West Coast road trip. So that's a tough spot to be in here, coming from Indiana, and then obviously, Skee mentioned Aaliyah Boston and then Vivian's as well. I think as of late, the Storm have been a little bit better defensively overall. And then also, I know Skee don't like her. We talked about this on Tuesday, but Dojkic, the point guard, they inserted into the starting lineup.
Trash.
I know you don't like her, Skee, but their offense has actually gotten better since she got inserted into the starting lineup. But yeah, so I can see that. Obviously they're trending in the right direction. I would want them to tank, in my opinion, just because we would get the number 1 pick. But I don't know if we could out tank Phoenix at this point. You know what I mean? So might as well just go for it. So I would say Storm is the way to go here in this one. I can't back the Fever as road favorites in this spot.
No, that's a great point. It opened up -1. It's up to 2, 2.5 in some spots. I'll tell you, I ain't gonna lie. I'll go against both of you guys, man. I like the Fever here. I've been watching them this season. I think they're a better team than the Storm, and they actually been playing a lot better on the road than they've been playing at the house for whatever reason. Obviously, Aaliyah Boston, she got hit in the calf. I'm watching the game last night. She got hit in the calf. She was gimpy. But guess what? The very next play, she called for the ball. The next 2 plays, she called for the ball going to score. I fucking like Aaliyah Boston. I like her style. She's a fucking baller. I don't know who on the Storm finna stop her. I I know who's that Mega Bar, however you say her name. She too skinny. She finna body her ass up. So if Boston plays in this game, that's all I need. All I need is for Aaliyah Boston to play in this game, to be starting, and the Fever will win this game. If Ronald, if you think that they're tanking, the Fever have been tanking. They've been ass for years, right? They actually want to make the playoffs this year. The Storm, they've been winning for years, so it makes sense for them to try to get a player that's going to try to get their team back, you know what I'm saying, to a championship level. It's not their year. I don't think the Storm are even going to make the playoffs. I do think they're like a bottom, even though they've been playing better, they've been catching a lot of big spreads. The Fever have been beating teams outright. They've been showing they want to win games. They're not getting 10 points, you know what I'm saying, cover the spread. So this is a spot where if the Storm do want to tank, could be a spot. Okay, let's go ahead and let the Fever get this win, which they don't think that way, but Fever, like you said, 2 games versus the Aces next. You're not going to win those games. You have a couple winnable games on this road trip, on this 4-game road trip. It's this one. It's the one versus the Mercury. You got to go 2-2 in this road trip if you want to make the playoffs, have any chance, shit like that. That's the mindset you got to have. And like you said, the Storm, they got the Mercury next, so they probably going to win that game. Probably want to go ahead and take an L in this one. Regards to that, I think Kelsey Mitchell, Nalissa Smith, and I think that's how you say her name, Smith, Mitchell, and Boston, that big 3, I think that's too much for Lloyd and the girls over there. So all I need to see is Aaliyah Boston playing in this game, which I do think that she plays. If she played the rest of the game and then come out, the calf injury can't be that bad. Get some massage treatment, put the gun on that motherfucker and get your ass out there, red or blue hair. I think the Fever finna come out there and smack the Storm. That's just my opinion, though. My guys know WNBA more than me, but I have been watching the Fever. This is not the worst team in the WNBA anymore. I told my guy Skee at the beginning of the season, it was like, man, I'm never fucking with the Fever. I think this is a spot where they actually rightfully so should be favored, even on the road in this spot. I like the Indiana Fever here. Just need Boston in there. She doesn't play, I don't like it. I'll tell you that straight up, guys. So you can wait to see if she plays. I don't care if it goes up to 3. I like the Fever to win this one by 5+ at least, as long as Boston plays. She's a fucking beast out there, my guys. But let's get out of here, man. We talked about all 3 of the games. Let's see what we liking for the show, my guys, and what you got going over at Wager Talk, Ronald. I know you got some baseball and shit. What you liking today, my brother, on this?
No, I actually skipped baseball today, but I do have 3 plays in the WNBA. I'll drop one of them here. It's going to be the Lynx. I like the Lynx here in this spot. I think they're the way to go. I think they're going to keep it close. I like the fact that Brianna Jones is out for the Sun as well. So I'll be with the Lynx today plus the points.
I like it. What do you think about the over there, Ronald? Would you go with Skee? Would you look towards the over there, or you just didn't take it?
I can only look towards that direction. I think they're going to play a little bit quicker with Brianna Jones out. It's all a matter of if they're going to make those threes, right? They're going to have a lot of attempts in this spot. I think the Lynx give up one of the most 3-pointers attempted for their opponents. So if that stays true, they just got to hit them, and that'll easily go over.
I dig it. What you liking what you bet today in WNBA, Skee? What you liking, my brother?
I'm on Connecticut and Minnesota over, and I'm on Washington, Chicago under. Those are my 2 plays so far for today, and we'll see. I'll think about that Fever Seattle game a little bit more, but I might not get there, man.
Nah, don't think about it. Don't say you go ahead and stay off the game, my guy. Because go ahead and stay off, Skee. If you don't like it, hey, just stay with them over and unders, my guy. But right, I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, Boston plays, Aaliyah Boston plays, I'm all over the Fever. I'm sorry. I just noticed something with them. They play a lot better on the road. I wouldn't take them a favorite versus a lot of teams, but versus the Storm, I will. The Storm aren't as bad as their record. I know that. I know they play a lot better, but I think matchup-wise, I think the Fever got too much for them. Coming off a loss as well, they gave up 100 points. They're trying to make the playoffs this year. This is a game that you have to win if you're trying to make the playoffs. I think this is a different Fever team, guys. I sense something different from them. Boston's fucking unstoppable down there. As long as she plays, I'll be on Fever. I'll tell you that right now, guys.
Hey, do you guys touch any props before we go? Because I don't. So, Skee,
I ain't touching it. I know a lot of people that be cashing with them shits though.
I don't really have props available here for WNBA, but Alyssa Thomas assists have been really consistent and good. I would just probably look towards that. That's the one thing I can say. And Aaliyah Boston is probably going to play, right? That's like, why else would the line be going up? We're seeing 2.5s now,
Smack City. Smack City for me, man. But I did bet Skee last night plus the 4. I still like it down to 3. Would be real nice if Cloud was out, but if she'd stick, I mean, I don't really give a damn, man. This is a put up or shut up type of spot for the Skee at the house. Mystics are the better team, but I mean, the better team doesn't always win in this one. I mean, if I'm liking the Skee, I gotta give him a strong look towards the first half as well. Personally, I feel like if they don't come out with some in the first quarter, first half, that's not the recipe to success when you've lost 4 straight games, when you've been practicing. You know what I'm saying? They had a little huddle at the end of the game. I think there's a big game for the Skee to at least try to turn their season around. Hopefully Copper has her fucking head in the game. It was not in the game last game, guys. So let's see what happens in this one. I think the Skee can actually go out there and catch the trifecta, but I think more importantly, I did take them full game plus the 4. I still like the plus 3. And that first half is a super strong look there as well. And our guy Skee liking the under in that one, guys. But that's the show, man. Let's get some cash. We will win today. We're trying to get some motherfucking cash, baby. Triple double lifestyle, WNBA wagers and winners with our guy Ronald Cabang and Skee Profit, man, my fucking brothers, and the same 3 W's. We will win today. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good shit. Let's fucking go, guys. We
All
catch it
right,
today.
guys.
All right, my guys. We out, man. Let's go.